clients of the Bahnsen Group. And I'm often asked the question, what is the Bahnsen Group? What is it you guys are trying to deliver? If you want to pull out, there is a little chart, and at the top of it, it says wealth management formula. You can leave it if you want and go through it later. But this is what I'm going to go through here real quickly. I'll give you a second to grab it. And I really think we've come up with a good formula. It's not perfect, but I'm going to walk us through it and see if everybody learns something a little new. They're going to take your dinner plates, and then we're going to hold dessert real quickly. I'll let you have dessert while we do Q&A, but we're almost done. Wealth management equals, let me put this up on the screen for you, IC plus AP plus RM. What in the world is that? Investment consulting plus advanced planning plus relationship management. And I'm going to just break apart each of these three ingredients. Those three things summed up together represent the process delivery that we're trying to give you, our clients. I'm going to do my very best to go real quickly over investment consulting. This one is the one that most people think they're paying for. This is the one that's most important to most clients. This is the one that is most labor intensive. This is the one that is most fun a lot of the times. Great, but because I go to such great lengths to demonstrate all the things we do in addition to investment management, I don't ever want it to be forgotten. Our daily obsession is the management of financial assets, identifying goals, matching goals with appropriate strategies, creating wonderful tactical asset allocations, making individual investment selection decisions, monitoring the portfolio. That's a process, a product, performance, all rolled into one. I think everyone gets that part. Managing of investments. But the advanced planning, now here we get a little bit into the practical value. I'm going to sum it up in a moment. But I want those clients of ours who pay us a fee to understand you're paying us for more than portfolio management. You have every right to expect planning from us, for we are in the business, first and foremost, of wealth planning. Charitable gifting strategies, retirement cash flow projections, the minimization of the estate tax, concentrated stock protection, liability management and helping you with your borrowing needs, risk management to protect you from the worst things that can happen in your life, having a professional network available to you so that you literally cannot think of a single professional service that we cannot either provide to you or refer to you. All of these things are among the very most important things that represent advanced planning. And here's a good, neat way to sum it up, I think. Essentially, advanced planning is the combination of wealth protection, wealth enhancement, and wealth transfer. Those are the three things that go into the planning level. So fine, that's easy enough. I actually do think I have colleagues that provide those two things. I like the way we provide them, but I'd be more than willing to grant that there's folks that are great investment consultants, folks that are great financial planners. But then now I want to talk about this third element of relationship management. This is the unique element that I'm committed to bringing to your financial life through the relationship we have with you. I want us to be your financial concierge. This is a title that maybe is not totally perfect, but I think helps to capture the essence of what I'm going for here. Like maybe a few others in the room, I recently went through the process of changing my personal physician. I have an awful lot of clients who are physicians, a lot of doctors here in the room tonight. But it's interesting. A lot of us know, because those of you with HMOs and PPOs through your work and so forth, we know the state of family office medicine in America, and we know how much better it's about to get once Obamacare really kicks in. Tom, was that out loud? I am a person who just sort of decided, based on my family's medical history and things like that, I wanted a relationship with my doctor. And by relationship, I started off with this. I wanted to know his name, and I wanted him to know my name. That's what I wanted. Pretty simple. So therefore, I had to go out and actually get a doctor, because that was a very high criteria at that level. From there, of course, now you get into this kind of relationship, and you pay for it, of course, but the idea being that you're going to get a little bit more better service than being one of 40,000 people in a network or things like that. I spent an awful lot of time talking to other peers of mine and colleagues, people in most cases with a lot more time in the business than me, and it was just unbelievable to hear how many people, and you know what, I think everybody in my profession should run their business however they want. But it was intriguing to see how many people have 1,000 clients, 1,500 clients, a literal assembly line. And they deliver a good result. They keep their clients. It's interesting. And that's not everybody. I have a lot of other peers and colleagues that prefer my approach that's much more relational oriented, a much smaller amount of clients. You remember the movie Jerry Maguire, maybe. This is exactly what the Bahnsen Group is doing, what we're striving to do. We want relationships with our clients, and we want to give a very deep level of service to those who work with us. That doctor example, I think, is imperfect, but hopefully it gives you an idea of what I'm talking about. We don't want there to be anything out there that you can't come to us and talk about. And if we don't know something or can't do something, we're going to tell you, and then we're going to figure out a way to know it, learn it, do it, etc. Last year, I'm not doing it this year, but last year I think I just blurted off real quickly like 60 examples of things a little bit outside the box that we have in real life examples done and answered and addressed on behalf of our clients. I can't tell you how creative you can feel free to be in challenging me on this. It's something I really look forward to, and I believe along with that investment piece and the planning piece adds to the overall relationship with the client. But this is the most important thing I want to say about the relationship. We're going to watch a quick video and go to Q&A. Our relationship management goes beyond the ability to find you a good property manager for your rental properties, a good attorney to negotiate the sale of your business. It goes beyond the planning we do, long-term care insurance we obtain for you. It's primarily about you having the peace of mind in the bad times that will inevitably come up, that we are on the job, and that you can be assured that we are keeping you on the path you need to be. This, to me, is the most important part of our relationship and our value with you. Forgive me if part of this is a little bit painful for some of you. I've literally watched it 500 times, and I still can't watch it without shuddering. But let's take a little trip down memory lane. We put this together for you.
1, 2, 3. Do it.
The first time the Dow Jones Industrial Average passed the 13,000 mark.
Another milestone for the market, 14,000 on the money.
Record-breaking kickoff to the fourth quarter as the Dow Jones Industrial Average closes at a new all-time record high.
Let's celebrate, Santa!
We take a buck, we shoot it full of steroids, and we call it leverage.
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are not in a crisis.
I think so. I mean, you know, look, it's one thing to look beforehand. It's one thing to say, woohoo, but now, you know, the deed has been done. Stearns is fine. Do not take your money out. This is real. Look, if there's one takeaway other than the plus 400 somewhere, Bear Stearns is not in trouble. I mean, if anything, they're more likely to be taken over. Don't move your money from Bear. That's just being silly.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
The closing numbers on the markets today, at one point the market fell as if down a well over 700 points.
Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning.
We're down by between 3 and 4.5% generally across these markets. Let's talk about the speed with which we are watching this market deteriorate. We're red everywhere, essentially, down by 4-5%.
We're down over 16%. Dow at the same time has fallen about 18%.
The stock market is now down 21%.
Because we're now down 43%.
What in the world is happening on Wall Street?
This is like having a pine cone shoved in my hand.
Almost everything there completely wiped out. And the NASDAQ, everything and more has been completely wiped out.
The Dow traders are standing there watching in amazement, and I don't blame them.
That's not right. How can the price be going down? Something's wrong.
Their estimation was that by 2 o'clock that afternoon, $5.5 trillion would have been drawn out of the money market system of the United States, would have collapsed the entire economy of the United States, and within 24 hours the world economy would have collapsed.
Was the worst day on Wall Street since the crash of 1987.
What?
Working the phone say a lot of their customers are freaked out, waiting to see how low the Dow will go.
Please no.
What started in America last year has now spread to every part of the world.
We're down 9% today. The Xetra DAX over in Frankfurt is down by 9%. The Paris market down by 9%. Austria, which was briefly suspended earlier on in the day, is down by nearly 11%.
Cicero was right. We're in the last days of this country surviving.
Steve Leisman, Treasury runs the printing presses to print the dollars. Some of the dollars go into the Fed. Fed takes the dollars, buys Treasury bonds that the Treasury issues to raise money. Money goes back into the Fed. Isn't this all kind of one big Ponzi scheme?
Sophisticated term for that, Dennis. We call it monetizing the debt.
Will the Federal Reserve monetize this debt? The Federal Reserve will not monetize the debt.
We should have taken him out the back and shot him a long time ago.
Aye, aye, Captain. Money's a bitch that never sleeps. She's jealous. If you don't pay close attention, you wake up in the morning, she might be gone forever. Ain't that the truth?
Okay, did that bring back some good memories for everybody? So it doesn't really make a lot of sense that I would want to close on a negative note, now does it? But of course I'm not going to, because here's the thing. All of those events were things that took place while I've been practicing in this career. All of those things that are events that took place while a good portion of you were clients of mine. We will have more bad times in the future. But I can talk all about the dinner recommendations we'll make in Palm Desert for you, and I can talk all about the long-term care insurance we buy, but I can't talk about anything as important as helping people get through a period like that. This, to me, is the essence of relationship management, and what I've done here, I'm not going to go through it right now, but please do take this piece home with you. To fit it all on a two-sided piece that we did, it's a very small font. But what you have here is real-life excerpts from emails, real-life things that were going on, going back from 2007, 8, 9, 10, 11, emails I got from clients, interacting with, first of all, kind of some of it is hand-holding and talking you off a ledge, so to speak, but a lot of it is giving you the outlook and perspective that we had, that we have, and giving you the opportunity to understand exactly where we're seeking to add value. So if I'm going to summarize now this wealth management process that the Bahnsen Group is a boutique wealth management firm here in town. We're seeking to be investment consultants, very high degree of planning, and of course, most importantly, have a relationship with you. So this is my talk for the evening.